Cafo Bej Ulqini. Who was Cafo Bej Ulqini? He stands as one of the foremost patriots and distinguished figures of the city of Ulqin and beyond, yet his history has been frequently overlooked. In this video, we aim to delve into his patriotic endeavors, a facet of his life that regrettably faded into obscurity for an extended period. The obliteration of numerous materials by the Yugoslav communists posed a significant obstacle to documenting his life. However, seizing this opportunity, we have undertaken an independent study, collaborating closely with Shoqatës Ulqini USA, to bring forth a comprehensive account of his life and activities, striving to illuminate the legacy that has been obscured for far too long. Born in 1893 to a noble family of merchants and ship captains, his family, Ali Begu, had its beginnings in the city of Durrës, which, about 350 years ago, after 1690, moved to shquar and after to Ulqin. Throughout the centuries, dating back to the ancient Illyrian era, the Ulqinaks, referred to as dolcinotti in Italian documents during the 16th to 18th centuries, earned a reputation as being skilled sailors, particularly gaining notoriety as formidable pirates who instilled fear in the Adriatic. Ulqini's significance was underscored by its strategic location, with its citadel majestically perched atop a coastal mountain. This geographical advantage positioned the city as a crucial nexus for dominating and controlling the seas. The grandfather of Cafo Bej Ulqini had three sons, Selim, Salah, and Osman. Osman's first son was Mustafa Ali Begu, who would later be known as Cafo Bej Ulqini. From a young age, he demonstrated exceptional skills as a sailor. The onset of the First World War saw the Austro-Hungarian occupation of Montenegro in 1916, a development that brought a sense of relief to the city of Ulqin. Occupied by Montenegrin forces since 1880, the city's shift in allegiance greatly pleased the Albanians, who had long endured the hardships of Slavic occupation. However, as the First World War concluded and the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes was established in 1918, the situation for Albanians outside the borders of their homeland turned dire. Stripped of basic rights, they faced persecution, exile, looting, and massacres, a stark illustration of an orchestrated campaign of ethnic cleansing. During this period, Cafo Bej Ulqini, serving as a sailor in the Yugoslav fleet, passionately advocated for Albanians to assert their rights and actively participate in the Yugoslavian Radical Party. In 1922, he boldly proposed that the mayor of Ulqin should be of Albanian descent. Encouraged by the Albanians of Ulqin, along with the prefect of Tivar, Cafo was urged to take on the leadership role, even if only for a month, as they then said. Despite facing threats from Montenegro nationalists, the Albanian community assured Cafo of protection throughout bodyguards provided by the prefect of Tivar. Unyielding in his resolve, Cafo Bej Ulqini responded with courageous determination, declaring, "I fear no one and reject the need for bodyguards. I am committed to running for the position of mayor of Ulqin." Cafo Bej Ulqini was elected and assumed the role of mayor of Ulqin on August 26, 1923. A historic moment that brought immense joy to the Albanian community of Ulqin. This marked the inaugural instance in Ulqin's history when Albania took the helm of the municipality. Cafo Beg's tenure extended for 2 decades, solidifying his position as the mayor of the municipality of Ulqin. With courageous dedication, he actively promoted the advancement of agriculture, livestock, trade, and tourism, yet he faced significant challenges in the realm of Albanian education due to unfavorable conditions. The discriminatory nature of Yugoslav political laws posed considerable hurdles for the Albanian population. During the Yugoslav occupation, the Albanian people were deprived of fundamental national rights, particularly the establishment of schools and access to education in their native language. This circumstance compelled Albanian children to receive their education in institutions where the Serbian language was employed. Cafo Bej Ulqini, in addition to the duties he performed as mayor of Ulqin, was also elected as a member of the presidency of the Islamic Association of Yugoslavia, a position he would hold until 1938. In 1927, Ulqini boasted a population of 3,370 residents, inhabiting 840 houses, constituting a city predominantly inhabited by Albanians. In the interwar period, under the leadership of Cafo Begu, Ulqin thrived with 15 textile shops, 9 food stores, 5 barbershops, 4 tinsmiths, 5 bakeries, 12 shoemakers, 3 tailors, 3 ironsmiths, 3 blacksmiths, 1 carpenter, and 16 cafes, among other establishments. The Second World War brought about significant changes to the systems and territories in the Balkans. Yugoslavia, as outlined in the Versailles Treaty, was handed over to Hitler's Germany on April 6, 1941. Simultaneously, Italy annexed Albania on April 7, 1939, and Kosovo underwent annexation and division into three parts. The northern part came under German control. A section of Dukagjin and the majority of Kosovo fell under the jurisdiction of Albania as an Italian protectorate, and the eastern part fell under Bulgarian influence. However, the territorial incorporation of Albanian lands remained incomplete, with numerous Albanian areas still lying beyond the borders of Albania. Cafo and his brother Cafo Bej Ulqini residents faced two armed raids by Montenegrin civilians, leading to the departure of a portion of the Albanian population from the city. Some sought refuge in nearby villages, while others migrated to Shkodër. The atmosphere in both the city and villages became oppressive for Albanians, impacting both the political and economic spheres. Upon the arrival of the Italians in Ulqin in 1941, there was initially a sense of optimism among the Albanians. They anticipated that the Kingdom of Yugoslavia would relinquish control over the territories predominantly inhabited by Albanians. Cafo Bej Ulqini, through intermediaries and cabinet members Hafiz Hasan Yunyi and Dom Nicol Tusha, approached the viceroy of the Italian kingdom Francesco Giacomoni and requested the establishment of a municipal government in Ulqin reflective of the majority population, namely the Albanian community. Following the unfavorable response, Cafo Bej, under the cover of night, crossed the border and made his way to Tirana. There, he staunchly advocated for the return of the territories annexed by Montenegro, emphasizing the need for these settlements to be rightfully reinstated under Albanian jurisdiction. After the decision was made for Ulqini and other Albanian majority regions to self-govern under Albania and become part of the Shkodër prefecture, a new administration took charge in Ulqin. Cafo Bej Ulqini assumed the position of mayor, while Yahya Batsi was appointed as Ulqini's sub-prefect. Two flags were raised proudly that day, Italian and Albanian. The transition involved replacing inscriptions in Serbian with those in Albanian, marking a shift toward linguistic inclusivity. The administration within these institutions commenced in the Albanian language, with the recruitment of Albanian personnel. Simultaneously, qualified teachers from Albania arrived to establish schools, paving the way for education in the Albanian language. Cafo Bej served as the mayor of the municipality of Ulqin until mid-1942. This period witnessed a deliberate effort to foster Albanian identity and governance in Ulqini, reflecting a pivotal chapter in its history. With the arrival of the Italians in Ulqin and Cafo Bej's appointment as mayor, significant positive changes unfolded for the Albanian population. However, on September 10, 1943, Cafo and his brother Cafo Bej Ulqini were arrested by the Montenegrins and confined in the city prison. Both brothers managed to escape to Albania, where Cafo later became a member of the Albanian Assembly and played a role as a member of the Regency of the Albanian Kingdom in the stead of King Zog I. Throughout these years, Cafo Bej Ulqini tirelessly worked and dedicated himself to safeguarding borders and national interest. However, with the ascent of the communists to power, numerous Albanian patriots, including Cafo, faced persecution, imprisonment, and tragically, execution. Ulqin fell under the control of the Yugoslav Communist forces in November 1944, leading to attempts to capture Cafo and Hodo. Successfully evading capture, the Alibegu family fled to Shkodra, escaping the clutches of the Yugoslav forces. Following the Albanian resistance in Kosovo, Ilirida, and Ulqin against the Yugoslav forces, albeit unsuccessful, the plight of the Albanians worsened. Cafo and his family lived in exile in Shkodër, enduring continuous pressure. Meanwhile, Hodo, recognized for his courageous patriotism and dedication to the Albanian nation, was arrested in 1947 and exiled to Montenegro. Following a series of unfounded accusations and a questionable trial, he was sentenced to death and executed on March 17, 1948. Cafo Bej passed away on December 24, 1977, at the age of 84 and found his final resting place in Shkodër. The annals of Albania and the Albanian nation abound with such heroes, and it remains our solemn duty to perpetuate the memory, history, and contributions of these valiant figures to our homeland.